He thought Earth was weak until humans did this in front of him. The arrogant visitor Vex Thorn stepped off his sleek starship onto the landing pad at Geneva Spaceport. The tall, blue-skinned alien wore elaborate robes that shimmered with embedded technology. His 4 arms moved with calculated precision, and his 6 eyes scanned the gathered human delegation with obvious disdain. As the supreme commander of the Corvan Empire's exploration fleet, Vex had visited over 300 worlds. Earth was just another primitive backwater planet to him. Dr. Maya Chun, Earth's lead diplomat, stepped forward with a warm smile. "Welcome to Earth, Commander Thorn. We're honored by your visit." Her words were genuine, but Vex barely acknowledged them. He had read the reports about humanity's technological level, their brief history of space travel, and their fractured political systems. In his mind, these creatures were barely worth his time. The dismissive assessment, "Your species fascinates me," Vex said, his voice carrying a tone of condescension. "You have been in space for less than a century, yet you believe you can contribute something meaningful to galactic civilization." He gestured toward the modest buildings around them. "Your technology is crude, your unity is questionable, and your resources are limited. What exactly do you hope to offer the galaxy?" Captain Jake Morrison, standing beside Dr. Chun, felt his jaw tighten. The military officer had dealt with many challenging personalities, but Vex's arrogance was particularly grating. "Perhaps we could show you what humanity is capable of," Jake suggested diplomatically to Vex. Multiple eyes blinked in what appeared to be amusement. "Very well. I will observe your capabilities, but understand this, the Corvan Empire has standards. We do not waste time on species that cannot prove their worth." The impossible challenge. The next morning, Vex presented the human delegation with a challenge that made even the most confident scientists pause. He activated a holographic display showing a complex energy matrix. "This is a quantum resonance stabilizer," he explained. "It powers our most advanced starships. The device has been deliberately damaged and is losing power rapidly. In exactly 6 hours, it will explode with enough force to destroy this entire city." Dr. Chin studied the swirling patterns of energy with growing concern. "What would you normally do in this situation?" "Replace it entirely," Vex replied smugly. "The manufacturing process requires materials and technology that your species simply does not possess. The quantum crystals alone take 3 months to grow in specialized facilities. This is not a challenge. It is a demonstration of why humanity is not ready for galactic civilization." Human ingenuity awakens, but Vex had underestimated something crucial about humans. Instead of accepting defeat, the team immediately began brainstorming solutions. Dr. Chun gathered physicists, engineers, and even artists to examine the problem from every angle. Young Zara, a brilliant engineer fresh from MIT, stared at the holographic display with intense concentration. "We can't replicate their technology," she said suddenly, "but we don't need to. Look at the pattern. It's trying to maintain quantum coherence across 17 different frequency bands simultaneously. What if we don't try to fix it? What if we work with the instability?" Captain Morrison coordinated teams across the globe. Within hours, humans from every continent were contributing ideas. A physicist from Tokyo suggested using Earth's magnetic field as a stabilizing force. A mathematician from Sao Paulo provided equations that could predict the device's behavior. An artist from Lagos offered insights into the aesthetic patterns that might reveal the device's intended function. The breakthrough moment as the clock ticked toward the 4-hour mark, something extraordinary happened. The human team stopped trying to think like the aliens and started thinking like humans. Instead of replacing the damaged components, they began building a completely different solution around the existing device. That Zara's team constructed a makeshift containment field using Earth's power grid, superconducting magnets from research facilities, and even modified radio telescopes. They weren't trying to fix the alien technology, they were creating a uniquely human solution that would work alongside it. "This is madness," Vex muttered, watching the humans work with increasing amazement. "They're using primitive materials and improvised methods. It should not work." But it was working. The quantum resonance stabilizer's chaotic energy patterns began to smooth out as the human-built containment field adapted to its rhythms. The device wasn't being repaired, it was being embraced, its instability converted into a new form of stable energy, the moment of truth. With 30 minutes remaining, the human solution reached full activation. The quantum device, which had been pulsing with dangerous energy, suddenly stabilized completely. Not only had the humans prevented the explosion, but they had also created something entirely new, a hybrid technology that combined alien quantum mechanics with human adaptive engineering. Vex stared at the readings in disbelief. This is impossible. The energy output is actually higher than the original device specifications. How did you achieve this? Dr. Chen smiled proudly. We didn't try to copy your technology. We listened to it, understood its needs, and found a way to work with it rather than against it. That's what humans do best. We adapt, we innovate, and we find solutions that others might never consider. The transformation for the first time in centuries, Vex Thorn felt humbled. His 6 eyes focused on the humans around him with new respect. These creatures had accomplished something that his advanced civilization would have declared impossible. They had taken failure and transformed it into unprecedented success. I have misjudged your species, Vex admitted, his voice now carrying genuine respect. The Corvin Empire has always valued strength and advanced technology. But you have shown me something far more valuable, the power of creative thinking and the courage to attempt the impossible. Captain Morrison stepped forward. Does this mean Earth has passed your test? Vex's expression transformed into something that might have been a smile. There was no test. There was only my own arrogance. Today, humanity has taught the galaxy something new. You have shown us that sometimes the greatest strength comes not from superior technology, but from the willingness to see problems differently. The new, beginning as Vex prepared to return to his ship, he carried with him more than just reports about Earth's capabilities. He carried a new understanding of what it meant to be truly intelligent. The humans had not just solved an impossible problem, they had redefined what was possible. Dr. Chun watched the alien commander's ship disappear into the stars, knowing that humanity had just taken its first real step toward joining the galactic community. They had proven that being different was not a weakness, it was their greatest strength. The universe was about to discover what humans were truly capable of when they refused to accept limitations and dared to dream of better solutions.